To catch all the latest episodes, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Hey guys, welcome to Confessions of a High and Functioning Autistic Guy. I need some letters to put up there, like a real show. So I smoke in the morning, my typical thing. And with smoking, I get much more flexible. I can be much more spontaneous. I don't have to, adhere to rigid routines, rigid thought patterns, all that good stuff. And so instead of going to the gym, I went just for a walk. I didn't even go for a run, just a walk, which is very rare for me. Again, that just kind of goes to show that, anything is possible for me anyway with cannabis. And so on my walk, I was gone for about an hour and a half. I walked to a place and then walked the same way back. And I'm listening to music, admiring all like the foliage here in California and just all the birds and beautiful weather. And I kind of just I don't lose consciousness, I'm still walking, but I just totally forget where I am. I'm almost, I see this tree and I'm moving towards a magical land. That's how I felt. And it was almost like I was walking into a picture. And then before I know it, I was just literally thinking am I really walking into a piece of art right now? Before I know it, the next thing I know, have both of my hands on this amazing tree. And I'm just staring up at it. And I'm just feeling this, I don't even know how to describe it, just connection within me that's coming from this tree. And I'm there, and I don't even know I'm there. It's literally I almost woke up, and I'm but even when I woke up and was aware, I was still connected to it. It wasn't I woke up and was wondering where the hell I am. I was there. So I just thought, wow, that's one special tree. It's a beautiful tree, and wow. And I just kind of remembered the street sign it was near, and that was that. And then so I go for my walk, and then once I get to where I'm going to go, I turn back, go the same way. And next thing I know, I'm at that tree again. I'm this. And I'm how did I, literally, how did I get here? And why? Obviously, I'm not aware that I'm getting here. I'm almost sleepwalking, but obviously something from my subconscious is not getting pulled, but just getting thrown towards this tree. And it's shit like that, I broke down. That's what life for me is about. That is maybe, hopefully not, but maybe the closest I will ever get to the true essence of what this universe is about. And it's just man, after that last, obviously I woke up and I was at this tree again and just blown away by this. I again just kind of continue walking home, and it's my life just falls into place in front of me, that very minute. My whole mindset just changed. And I can tell it won't stay this way because it's always already closing back to its conditioned way from my past experiences, right? But from whatever experience with that tree, or maybe just the walk in totality, I was ending my walk on probably the highest note I've ever had in my life. And I don't know what that... I'm thankful. because I've never been this excited to live before. But it's also kind of scary. It's like I've been wishing for a decent life my whole life, and it's here. It's not knocking on the doorstep. It is here. Like, man, there's just no words. You know, I forget how far I've come in life, and it's like the cannabis, because it wakes me up, and it's like, Russell, look how far you've come, man. Just be easy on yourself. I always hoped I'd be where I am today. I never really thought it would happen. I struggled so much as a kid. Dropped out of public school in the 5th grade. Social recluse for the next 12 years. You know, lost all my friends, all contact with the outside world. And pretty much just stayed inside my house with my mom all the time. I'll never know what it's like to be a teenager, have those experiences. You know, I just missed out on basically half my life. No supports given, no nothing. Like, it was just like really difficult, you know? People ask me how come I've, like, who helped me get so far? It's like, nobody. I had to fucking do it on my own. Obviously, my mom, number one support, but we were never given external help. I never had, like, a mentor or a good therapist or a doctor or any of that shit. So I got pessimistic, you know? It's like I'm 19, 20, 21. I'm college dropout because I couldn't go to physical class because I was too scared. You know, I have no friends. I never had a job before. I'm terrified of the outside world. I don't even know how to date. My life, you know, I'm 21. That was where I was. That was where I was when I was 26. That's where it was a few months ago. And then I moved to LA. Biggest risk of my life. But it turned my life on its head. It flipped my life inside of itself. And that's just so apropos, right? That phrasing that came out of my mouth, because flipping in on itself, right? It's basically what my life did, just from this move to LA. It was before LA for 30 years, struggle. And what's the opposite of struggle? Prospering, right? Being at peace, content, succeed. And that's exactly what has been happening after LA. Still, there's some struggle, of course, always. But at least I now can see results of it. And that is just fucking amazing. So, I just want you guys to know, man, it's just, you know, we knock ourselves down like we're our own worst critic, and we never really, we have dreams, and, you know, society tells us to chase those dreams, but it also tells us to make up our mind at what we want to do for the rest of our lives when we turn 18, and to usher this school we might not be ready for, and society likes to make us these kind of, like, you know, items on a conveyor belt. But your dreams are off that conveyor belt, and although society is telling you to chase your dreams, it's not easy. People who have tried it know that society might advocate for it, but society doesn't like it. But you can still do it, regardless of what people think. The only thing that matters is what you think. It's your life. And if you're okay just going by on a day-to-day basis, just, you know, living, but not seeing much fulfillment from that, then that's your thing, right? I'm great, awesome, like, sincerely. But if there's something more you want out of your life, do it. It's not easy, it's terrifying. And it could be a horrible experience. That's what life is. It's an experience. We have good ones, we have bad ones. So if we're going to have bad ones, why not make them because we're chasing after something we love? Right? They're inevitable anyway. So let's give them a good reason for it. Thank you for listening. This is Confessions of a High and Functioning Autistic Cat. Thank you.